Hello everyone, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. My name is Steven Marketeros, and today we are experiencing the finale of the Planet Coaster series. Yes, after 31 years of operating this roller coaster, we are finally going to be concluding its operating run with completing our challenge of reaching $1 million in the bank. And look just how far we have come. Here as I at least was standing on the top of this roller coaster before I accidentally jumped off of it. I was taking a look at everything that we had accomplished over the many decades that we've been building in this game. There's some of our original roller coasters in the nice little greenery area that we have. The Dodgeland Overseer, which stands far too abruptly tall way over there in the distance. We have some of those new dive coasters over there. Back in the western zone, as you can see, we have our beautiful wood coaster. And then that really exciting theme one that I built that was actually humongous loss of money to us. And then our newest hybrid coaster down here. And yes, I stand on top of the flight coaster, this one here that I had said was going to be an amazing coaster and spent an entire episode building. But unfortunately, I think that it's finally time for it to say its final goodbyes here at Black Falcon 2. As great of a coaster as it was to build, it just was not to be. And after costing us $22,000, we never actually put it into operation, as it just wasn't a coaster that I really enjoyed at all. And so I think it's finally time to say goodbye, and we are going to demolish Black Falcon 2. I'm very sorry to see you go, but there we go. And we actually gained $16,000 from its demolishment. And hopefully it combated and brought up our frame rate a little bit, because we're only getting like maybe 30 frames per second. I've turned down most of the settings back down to like low right now. I'm not even sure why I'm trying to record in 30 frames per second, considering we are definitely sometimes not getting 30 frames per second out of this. So I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest here, but yeah, after this many episodes, I think that we're finally getting there. Look, we just completed a challenge too. Catch 3 pickpockets with a security card. I will claim that reward of $1,000. I'm not sure we're going to get to these other coaster challenges, because pretty much from now on, we're just waiting for our little money bar to fill up while we make edits to the park. Now, one thing that I really wanted to do, that I didn't realize until watching some more Planet Coaster tutorial videos, was that our park scenery rating is actually kind of low for a park of this size. It's only 435, because most of our park rating actually emerges from the ride rating of 1348 from all the things we've constructed. And so, we really should do something to get that number up, because that allows us to get more guests to be in the park, because a lot of them stem from that park scenery rating that exists there. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to add more scenery to the park. However, it would take a lot of scenery to boost that up to a high level. And constructing buildings like this and this over here, they don't take too long, but if I was to do that where I wanted to really boost up the park scenery rating, it would take a ridiculously long amount of time. One of the things that you can do to get around this is instead build some incredibly expensive props. I know that sounds a little bit like cheating, because, I mean, it kind of is, but if you actually do that, you're able to do that much faster. Look at that. Toggle unpurchased DLC items. I'm not sure that there was DLC in this game, but yes, if we go by price high here, we can see there's a golden treasure chest, which if you construct a lot of these will actually boost up your park scenery rating quite a lot, because, well, I mean, as you probably know, things that are really expensive are really going to boost your park scenery rating, even if we don't have these in actual view of anything. So if I construct these within this building, we can see the rating go up significantly. So right now we're at 435. So if we build one of these for $10,000, we can now see that it's going up to 445. So we've actually got a little bit of an increase there. So I am going to build maybe 4 of these right here. And I know that's a significant investment of money, but hopefully that will boost up our scenery rating a lot. I'll boost it by a little bit, and so hopefully that will push more guests to actually come into the park, because we also do have a happiness modifier as well. Another thing that we may be able to do to get some new people into the park is do marketing. We've never done a marketing campaign before. So if we do like an online campaign banner adverts, maybe I don't know, the cost of these is significant. Here we go. The TV show might be what we want. So high impact marketing, attracting lots of families, a deal for larger parks. Attracts lots of teenagers, attracts a lot of adult groups. So let's get the adults, the TV commercials, late night talk show. And we'll see how that does. Let's not auto-renew that. I just want to see how many more people that will get us into the park, and if it has any noticeable effect on what we do here. Whoa, holy crap, there we go. That is a lot of people flowing into the park right now. Wow, that is a lot of people. That is an incredible amount of people that are actually coming into the park right now. I had no idea that marketing was quite that effective. Holy crap. Marketing bonus of 351 points right there. That is, wow, that is amazing. And there we go. For the first time in what seems like forever, we finally actually have a line of people that are wishing to ride Iron Fury 1. I think that's finally a good thing for us, because we certainly didn't have anything like that before. We had to lower the price a tad little bit to actually get people to be able to afford it. And it does look like that our profit has actually increased because of that. I consider that to be a pretty darn good thing. Hopefully we'll get more people over in this part of the park. It doesn't help that Elixir Machine 1 keeps breaking down on us, and that there isn't actually that much stuff over here in this section of the park. But, you know, I guess that's what you get for building something that is all the way, heck of the way over here. One thing that really might help our park really get its park scenery rating up is the addition of music and ambient sounds throughout the park, because we haven't really done any of that, and so I figure it may help us to have some sort of ambient noises around the park, and that could also give us a boost as well. So, taking a look at our park scenery rating of 439 right now, we can try to go in and add some ambient noises to see if that has any effect on our park. And there we go, just passing the $750,000 mark. I've been making a couple of changes to the park as we've been going through. I added this nice little building over here into the information kiosk, which didn't really have anything in it to begin with, considering that that hasn't been open in a very long time, because we currently don't sell priority passes, which is probably something that would have been great to have set up the time to actually do. We probably should construct a little building around these things that have kind of been exposed forever and ever. We added a lot of ambient music around the park, so all of that foresty noise here in the background now has been added to the park. Over here in the western section, we added some nice westerny music that you can now listen to, which I think does us pretty good for people who want to hang out right around here and maybe watch a little demonstration from Miss Ellie1, who is apparently a master staff level. We've trained her that hard. Yeah, does a very good job at what she does. We've been trying to get our litter situation under control. However, there is a bunch of litter somewhere that I cannot find that apparently everybody seems to be walking past. So, not 100% sure about that. Now that we virtually have all the upgrades that we need to the park in order to get our way to $1 million, which is only $150,000 away from where we are right now, we're pretty much just going to have to leave the game to run. I mean, there's not really all that much more we can do. We've got the scenery rating up to 508, and we also have a little bit of a marketing campaign going for us right now that doesn't cost us too much. We have a lot of the situations under control. Still don't really have the litter all the way complete, albeit I'm not 100% sure where all of this litter is that we can't identify that everyone keeps walking past. Maybe it's for Invinciblue right here down this pathway that everyone keeps walking there. I should probably build some sort of like a bin type thing right there, and then we wouldn't have to deal with that problem anymore, because that is really, really annoying. And hopefully this park will be getting underway as a super successful thing, and I will probably see you guys once more when we have that beautiful, beautiful $1 million. Well, guys, the day has finally come. $997,000 in cash on hand to use at our park at any time. We are only around $2,000 away from achieving our goal of $1 million. It's been quite a few years that we've had to sit around and essentially wait and just maintain the park and try to make it better, and we have been making some small changes to the park. But here we go, literally $1,000 away from completing our objective, $500 away. There we go, about $250 away. It's getting far closer, about 100. There we go, past $1 million in the bank. We have an incredible amount of money on us right now. There we go. Starting to lose some of it. I guess that's what happens when Dodge the Mall starts to gain a little bit of fame. They start to lose it almost immediately as everything begins to break down and the world starts to collapse. So yeah, I think we essentially peaked at $1 million there, guys. It's probably going to go back over again. It's just that we had some temporary breakdowns. Some people had to get off some rides, and we have to refund them when they do that. Because I believe the way the game works is that the money is actually given to you when they go through the main entry gate. So when something breaks down, essentially all of those tickets have to be refunded again. So yeah, now that we had that $1 million, we've gone back down 4,000. So we've had like our worst month ever. literally like this month happening right now, 20 days and only $2,000 gained. It's actually pretty darn terrible for considering, I mean, what we would normally be pulling in around this time of the month. But I'm sure we'll get back up to that $1 million range, and yeah, this is essentially our park. We have our new modern zone, which kind of sci-fi-ish region was never fully developed. You know, it didn't really have the experience in order to build something like that. Our most modern ride would probably go to this one right here. Iron Fury 1 for being the most, I guess, well-constructed, the most well-thought-out, and being probably one of the smoothest rides that we own, and one of the most exciting. Let me actually go back down a little bit. This ride, oh my god, this one right here, guys. So I kind of been wondering what was happening to this one, because I hadn't seen any cars actually go for a while, and it was because this mechanic right here was actually trying to fix the ride, and he was stuck right about there, and so I thought that maybe, like, firing him would make the thing work. So I fired him, and he's just sitting there fired, and he's been sitting there for around maybe 5 years now. I've destroyed this path and put it back down, and he still wouldn't leave, so I think this roller coaster has actually glitched itself out, which is kind of sad, because this lady here has just been looking around for a mechanic for years on end, and all of this hard work that we put into constructing this doesn't actually go into that, because this thing has literally been shut down. And note this, 100% over the past 8 months, and it was like that a couple of years ago. So this thing has been shut down literally for years because of that mechanic glitch, which is largely unfortunate. The Mine Train Coaster, I think, actually was one of the most profitable things we ever constructed here. If we actually take a look at this, $373,000 from this little Canyon Runner coaster that we didn't actually spend all that much time on. But I guess it is one of the only family rides that we actually have here. It kind of has a little bit more of, I believe, a tame excitement and fear rating. So it was one of our big family rides that we actually had here. This coaster is just pulling in a bunch of money, $289,000. I had to do a lot of editing to this one after we constructed it, not necessarily in the actual coaster design itself, but in the way that we had laid out the path. I had to actually redo that to get more people queued up. We have lots of exciting features around here at the middle now. We actually have this the shipwreck stern that's on fire next to these buildings. Never actually had to open up any information because we never got around to making any priority passes, nor did we ever get around to actually building something around these just 4 little areas that were constructed there, which I find to be a little bit hilarious. And then all of our original flat rides are still here. They're actually doing quite well as their own classic rides. The Teacups always doing it good as always. This puppy has pulled in $105,000. This one's a little bit less. It's been kind of off and on over the years. And it's great to see that Insanity 2 is finally starting to recoup from his massive losses. I think at one point it was something like $100,000 in the drain. So it's probably great to see that one actually coming back here. And then Kickflip's just been closed for like ever now. Cycle ain't actually doing that hot either. But our main coasters actually have been doing some pretty good business there. Red Glory, $219,000. We've got the Tiger with $284,000. Some of our fantastic early rides, which provide us with a lot of experience about how to build stuff. They're quite simplistic, but you know, I feel that what I've done in the game has sort of aligned itself with the actual development of the roller coaster industry in the last 50 years, of where we started off with really, really basic roller coasters. I mean, some of this stuff is like literally incredibly basic. I mean, especially stuff like this right here. It's just literally like a sharp, actually a very shallow dive into that aspect of that. And stuff starts to get more complex as we go on here, especially with Invinciblue was more of a mass-manufactured type, like really highly smooth thing. And this is probably one of the greater rides that we built, $264,000. It was incredibly expensive and large, but it has given back really great returns. Athon 2 right here, $313,000. One of the most successful roller coasters we've ever built. The dive coaster was able to handle an absolutely incredible amount of people at a time, which was super beneficial to us. And that pretty much completes us with our tour of the entire park. Yes, we have had a really fun experience building everything here. It has been absolutely fantastic, and this series is definitely one of the better series that we've done on this YouTube channel. And after this many episodes, I think 16 episodes, we have finally done a complete series on a creative free build expanse game like Planet Coaster, and so much so that we've actually had to turn down the graphics, so right now it looks like literally nothing is happening right now, but I can assure you that in that theme park right there, there is a crap ton of stuff going on. I was actually trying to see if we could get back over to $1 million by the end of the episode. I have no idea if we're going to be able to actually achieve that number. We really should. I mean, I can't believe we only pulled in $755 last month. After doing consistent months of $8,000, you'd think that we'd actually be able to pull in a little bit of profit, you know, somewhere along the lines. But everything appears to just be breaking down, and that is absolutely awful for us. So, you know, we're going to probably be ending the episode with a little bit less than $1 million. However, we did achieve $1 million. So, yeah, tell me what you thought of this series. This was an absolutely fun series. Probably not going to revisit a game like this probably ever again in a really long time. I don't know if it was more or less the release schedule that we did or what, but this thing did not do super incredibly well, which I guess we weren't really expecting this to do super incredibly well. So, yeah, I think you guys will be really interested to see what we have going on after this series. Make sure you stick around because we are going to have some pretty legitimate stuff now that we have $1 million here. And, yeah, Dodge Them All is really going to be taken off from here on out. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below. You won't see much more Planet Coaster videos. However, you will see a lot of amazing content into the future. Otherwise, give us a thumb and tell us how you are doing down in the comment section. How did you think the series went? Did you enjoy it? And what would you have done differently? My name is Steven Marcateros, and I will see you guys next time.